The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, text number 1, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on November 14th, 1972, in Vrindavan, India.
Sambhutam Sorasakalam Adu Lokasya Sikshaya. So Adu, in the beginning, the Lokasya Sikshaya, for creating the cosmology, Jagrihe Paurusam Rupam. Person, the creation is coming from the person and not from imperson. The modern scientists, their theory of creation, there are something matter, junk or something like that. What do they say? What is the beginning of creation? But here we find it quite reasonable because everything is from the person. Jagrihe Paurusam Rupam, form. It is not from imperson. Jagrihe Paurusam Rupam. So, we don't theorize, we accept the statement of the Vedas. That is our process of knowledge, descending process. We take knowledge from the authority. Of course, the scientists also say they take from authority, but originally, as explained by our ideal Prabhu, it does not appear that the knowledge was taken from authority. It is theory. Theory, one can put theory of his own, and there are so many theories. But we don't accept theories. We want solid fact. The solid fact is the Lord created. In the Bible also it is said, the God said that there is creation. It is from the person. Here also we find the creation begins from the person. In the Vedas it is said, Sa Oikhata Sa Asujata. Oikhata, by the glance, he looked over, God looked over, and he created. The reference is to the person. We also find from our experience that whenever there is something manufacturing or creation, we do not find automatically some matter comes into being. We have such experience. Whenever there is anything manufactured or created, there is a person behind it. So, this is not a very good theory that from the junk or some matter exploded and immediately the universe came into existence. That is not a very good theory. But this is nice. Jagrihe Paurusam Rupam. This Paurusam, the Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshayi Vishnu and Tirodakshayi Vishnu, they are expansion of Krishna. Advaita Achyuti Anadi Ananta Rupam. He incarnates, he expands himself in various incarnations. Now, for the creation, these three persons, always persons, Garmodakshayi Vishnu, person, Tirodakshayi Vishnu, person, and Karunar Navajal, Karunar Navashayi Vishnu, person. And Karunanayasha Vishnu, Mahavishnu, is also expansion of Sankarsan. And Sankarsan is expansion of Baladev. Baladev is expansion of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna becomes the origin. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi. He has no beginning, but he is beginning. Anadi Adi. He has no beginning, but he is the beginning of creation. Anadi Adi Govinda Sarva Karana Kara. The Mahatattva, the total material energy, and five elements, 16 purusa kala. What are those? The five elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, and sense objects and senses, and the spirit soul in this way 16, and from 16 it expands to 24. That is the explanation of our Vedic creation. Surasakala. Jasyaika nishasita kalama phavalamma जीवंति लोम बिलजा जगदंडनाथा विष्णु महान सह्यजस कला विशेषो गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहं मना. Mahavishnu, from the skin hole of Mahavishnu, the small particles of universes are coming into being. Everything, the nature's way, it comes a very small particle, then it grows. Anything is it. It's like our body. The small particle, the soul, which is measured as 1/10,000th part of the tip of the hair, when it is placed in the womb of the organ by the man, then the body grows. That is the seed. Aham bija pada pita. Krishna says that I am the seed-giving father. Just like here, we practically see the male semina is injected within the womb of the female, and because the living entity, very small, 1/10,000th part of the people is there, because that living entity is there, the body grows. Unless the living entity is there will be no pregnancy. As soon as the living entity is there, the body grows, and that is known as pregnancy. Daily grows, the mother can understand it is growing. Similarly, without the spirit soul entering into the matter, there is no possibility of creation. In the Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Distabhya aham ekanshena athva bahunantena kingyatena tabhajna Distabhya aham ekanshena stitoya. Because I have entered into this universe by my plenary portion, therefore it is existing. It is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. So, without spiritual touch, there is no question of matter working or expanding or growing. That is not possible. In the seed of any tree, Because there is that living entity, therefore it goes into a big tree. Every tree, they are also living entities in a different form. So, here also in the creation, without the supreme living entity entering within the Mahatattva, there is no possibility of creation. We can very easily understand by the example of our own body. This body, as we spirit soul enter into this body, the existence of body continues. Janmadasya jataha. So, the body is not created first. Because the living entity enters into the body, therefore the body is created. Similarly, this gigantic body, universal body, cannot come into existence automatically. That is not a very good theory. How? There is no such example. Unless the living entity is there, this body, we get this experience, it does not grow. If a child is born dead, the body does not grow. Therefore, it is to be concluded, there is something, even if we do not accept the spirit soul, there must be something. On account of the presence of that something, the body is going. Similarly, take this gigantic body of the universe, unless there is something like that as we are in this body, how this gigantic universe can go? This is common reason. We do not find that matter is growing automatically. No. A tree is growing, daily growing, new leaves, new twigs, new flowers, because that living entity is within the tree. You cut the tree and throw it aside, there will be no more growing, it will dry. It will dry. Therefore the conclusion is, as it is said here, that Jagrihe Paurusam Rupam. It is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He, after entering into the matter, there is possibility of creation. Otherwise there is no possibility of creation. Now, this creation, because it is material creation, it does not exist forever. It is come into existence and again it will be finished, annihilated. Exactly like our body. As this body, we have got this body on certain death, and it has got to be annihilated at a certain death. Similarly, this gigantic cosmology, material manifestation, it has a death of creation and it stays for some time. Everything material, there are 6 changes. First of all, birth, then staying for some time, then growing, then producing some byproducts, and then dwindling, and then finish. Exactly like our body. Just like this body is born at a certain date, then it grows, it stays, it produces some byproduct. From this body, many children come out, byproduct. Then it becomes old, declining, and then one day finish. This is called Sarovikar, 6 changes. 6 changes. Thank you.